Tony has always been somewhat of a control freak. He likes to be in charge. He likes to micromanage. And that has not changed. It'll be a little bit of more hands-off approach would be appreciated, but old dog's new tricks, sometimes it takes a while.
Recent rumors have shaken the gold mining world to its core. Tony Beets, the legendary king of the Klondike, is said to have made a decision that's left one family member devastated, reportedly cutting his son Kevin out of his fortune. But what could drive a father to make such a dramatic choice? As whispers spread through mining circles, the real story of the Beets family empire has become more fascinating than ever. While speculation runs wild, there's much more to this tale than just inheritance drama. Let's dig deeper into the truth behind the Beets dynasty and the decisions that could change everything. The decision that shook the Klondike. Mining empires often crumble not from lack of gold, but from family disputes that run deeper than any mineshaft. In late 2023, whispers began circulating through Dawson City about Tony Beets, the Dutch-born mining titan who had transformed his single Paradise Hill claim into a multi-million-dollar operation spanning the Yukon. According to local sources, Tony had made a decision about his fortune that sent shockwaves through the tight-knit mining community, supposedly excluding his eldest son Kevin from the inheritance while including his other children, Monica and Mike. While these rumors remain unverified, they've sparked intense discussion about the complex relationship between the father-son duo that's played out on Gold Rush since 2010. Kevin, who started working the mines at age 13, has been the most visible of Tony's children on the show, often bearing the brunt of his father's legendary temper and exacting standards. Through 15 seasons, viewers have witnessed countless heated exchanges between them, from Kevin's struggles with the Viking dredge operation in 2018 to the notorious Paradise Hill incident, where Tony publicly questioned his son's decision-making abilities. The speculation gained momentum after Tony's unexpected announcement about scaling back his direct involvement in day-to-day operations in early 2023. During this transition, observers noted that while Monica took charge of the company's administrative operations and Mike stepped into managing the Indian River claims, Kevin's role remained surprisingly unclear. This apparent oversight fueled rumors about potential family tensions brewing beneath the surface. Adding to the intrigue, Tony's decision to restore the historic Dredge No. 4, a massive million-dollar investment, was reportedly made without Kevin's input, despite his extensive experience with dredge operations. This move particularly raised eyebrows within the mining community, as Kevin had previously demonstrated his expertise by successfully managing Dredge No. 5 through several profitable seasons. However, it's crucial to note that the Beets family has remained tight-lipped about these inheritance rumors. Their mining empire, valued conservatively at over $40 million, continues to operate successfully with all family members actively involved. Tony himself, known for his straightforward approach, has yet to publicly address any succession plans, maintaining his characteristic focus on expanding operations and maximizing gold recovery. The only concrete evidence of any family dynamics comes from their documented interactions on Gold Rush, where despite their heated exchanges, both Tony and Kevin have shown moments of genuine respect and collaboration. During the challenging 2020 season, Kevin's innovative solutions to weather-related setbacks earned rare public praise from his father, suggesting their relationship might be more complex than these rumors indicate. But what drove Tony Beets to leave behind the comfort of his Dutch homeland and build this empire that's now at the center of such intense speculation? The answer lies in his remarkable journey from a teenage immigrant to the undisputed king of the Klondike. A Dutch boy dreams of gold. In 1961, in a small farming village near Wijdeens, Netherlands, young Tony Beets spent his days working on his family's dairy farm. The youngest of 3 children, Tony learned early about the value of hard work, often rising before dawn to help with milking and farm maintenance. His father's strict discipline and emphasis on efficiency would later become hallmarks of Tony's own management style thousands of miles away in the Yukon. By age 14, Tony was already showing signs of his future business acumen, managing significant portions of the family farm operations. However, the Netherlands' strict agricultural regulations and limited expansion opportunities left the ambitious young man feeling constrained. Unlike many of his peers who were content with traditional farming life, Tony dreamed of bigger opportunities beyond the Dutch polders. At 18, after completing his mandatory military service, Tony made his first bold move. Instead of taking over the family farm as expected, he secured a temporary work visa for Canada. Landing in Calgary in 1979 with just $2,000 to his name, Tony initially found work as a dairy farmhand, a familiar starting point that helped him adjust to life in North America. But the real turning point came in 1982 when Tony heard about construction opportunities in the Yukon Territory. The region was experiencing a mini boom thanks to rising gold prices and increased mining activity. Within weeks, Tony had relocated to Dawson City, where his first job was operating heavy machinery for a local construction company. His introduction to gold mining came through a chance encounter with a veteran miner who recognized Tony's exceptional skills with heavy equipment. Under his mentorship, Tony learned the intricacies of placer mining, spending 3 years as a machine operator before making his first significant move toward independence. In 1984, Tony met Minnie, a strong-willed woman who shared his vision for building something extraordinary in the Yukon. Their partnership proved crucial, with Minnie's business acumen complementing Tony's mining expertise. Together, they saved every penny, living in a small trailer while Tony worked double shifts operating machinery and learning the mining business from the ground up. The real breakthrough came in 1989 when the Beets identified an opportunity at Paradise Hill, a claim that other miners had dismissed as marginally profitable. Using their combined savings and a risky bank loan, they purchased the claim for $85,000. A massive gamble for a young immigrant couple. Their bet paid off spectacularly. During their first season at Paradise Hill, Tony's innovative mining techniques and relentless work ethic resulted in a gold recovery that exceeded the previous owner's best year by 300%. This success allowed them to reinvest in better equipment and expand their operations, setting the foundation for their future empire. What truly set Tony apart in these early years wasn't just his mining success, but his unconventional approach to expansion. While other miners focused solely on finding rich ground, Tony recognized the value in acquiring and rehabilitating old mining equipment, particularly the massive dredges that dotted the Klondike landscape. But how did these enormous machines transform from abandoned relics into the cornerstone of the Beets mining empire? The man who brought dredges back. When Tony Beets first laid eyes on dredge number 6 in 1993, most miners saw a rusting hulk of metal, but Tony recognized a golden opportunity. This massive machine, weighing over 500 tons and standing 7 stories tall, had been abandoned since 1966. Against all advice, Tony purchased the dredge for $200,000, a decision that would revolutionize his mining operation and earn him the nickname King of the Dredges. The restoration process was unprecedented in modern Yukon mining. Tony spent 2 years and nearly $1 million bringing the massive machine back to life. He hired specialized welders, fabricated custom parts, and personally supervised every aspect of the reconstruction. The mining community thought he'd lost his mind, investing so heavily in what they considered obsolete technology. But Tony understood something they didn't. These dredges, when properly restored and operated, could process more material in a day than conventional mining methods could handle in a week. His gamble paid off spectacularly in 1996 when the restored dredge processed its first pay dirt. In its first season alone, it moved more than 300,000 cubic yards of material, recovering gold that others had missed. This success led Tony to acquire dredge number 4 in 1998, followed by dredges 2 and 5 in the early 2000s. But Tony's dredge operation wasn't just about the machines, it was about innovation. He introduced modern hydraulic systems to the century-old designs, integrated electronic monitoring equipment, and developed new techniques for processing fine gold that the original operators had never considered. His modifications increased gold recovery rates by 40% compared to traditional dredge operations. The Beets operation became known for another unique practice: winter mining. While most Yukon miners shut down during the harsh winter months, Tony developed specialized heating systems for his dredges, allowing them to operate in temperatures as low as -40 degrees. This gave him a significant advantage, as his operations could run nearly year-round, while competitors remained idle for 5 months of the year. By 2005, Tony had expanded his territory to include the legendary Indian River claims, historically some of the richest ground in the Klondike. He implemented a 2-pronged approach, using dredges in deeper ground while running conventional operations in areas unsuitable for dredging. This strategy proved so successful that by 2008, the Beets operation was processing more material annually than any other private mining operation in the Yukon. Perhaps his most ambitious project was the relocation of Dredge Number 3 in 2010. The massive machine had to be dismantled into 14 major components, each weighing up to 70 tons, and transported across 25 miles of rugged terrain. The operation required specialized equipment, including the largest crane ever brought to the Klondike, and took 3 months to complete. When reassembled, it became the centerpiece of Tony's Indian River operation. Tony's expertise with dredges led to an unexpected opportunity in 2013 when he was contracted by the Yukon government to assess and stabilize several historic dredges for preservation. His reputation for understanding these machines had grown so strong that even government agencies sought his consultation on their restoration projects. But while Tony's mechanical innovations were reshaping the mining landscape, another opportunity was about to change not just his operation, but his entire family's life. A television crew had arrived in the Klondike, looking for authentic mining stories to document. How would the intense spotlight of reality TV transform the Beets family and their mining empire? When reality TV changed the game. In 2010, Discovery Channel producers arrived in the Yukon searching for authentic mining operations to feature in their new show, Gold Rush. They found Tony Beets not through any publicist or recommendation, but by following tales of the loudest, most successful, and most colorful character in the Klondike. During their first meeting, Tony's unfiltered personality and distinctive Dutch accent immediately convinced them they'd struck television gold. Initially appearing as a guest star in Season 2, Tony quickly became a fan favorite, known for his uncensored commentary and brutally honest assessments of other miners' operations. The show's producers had to implement a Beets beep button, a dedicated sound engineer whose sole job was to censor Tony's colorful language. In one memorable episode during Season 3, they counted over 120 bleeps in a single 30-minute segment. The television exposure dramatically transformed the Beets operation. Their annual gold production nearly doubled between 2011 and 2014, partly because the show's success allowed them to invest in better equipment. However, this came with unexpected challenges. Tony had to adapt to having a 12-person film crew following his every move, often requiring multiple takes for technical reasons, something that particularly tested his notorious patience. Behind the scenes, the family faced unique pressures. Mining operations that normally took 8 hours now required 12 to 14 hours to film properly. Equipment maintenance had to be scheduled around filming schedules, and crucial business discussions needed to pause for camera setups. Minnie, who had always managed the business side quietly, suddenly found herself becoming a television personality in her own right, known for her straight-talking approach to keeping both the mining operation and her family in line. The show's success also brought unprecedented scrutiny to their operation. In 2015, when Tony attempted to transport Dredge 5 across the Klondike River, environmental activists who had learned of the plan through the show organized protests and filed legal challenges. This led to a series of environmental impact studies that delayed the project by 6 months and cost hundreds of thousands in legal fees. Gold Rush's popularity also affected the family's personal lives in unexpected ways. Their local diner in Dawson City had to hire extra staff to handle the influx of fans hoping to catch a glimpse of the famous family. Tony and Minnie's home, visible from the Klondike Highway, became such a popular tourist photo stop that they eventually had to install security cameras and additional fencing. The television exposure also brought business opportunities. By 2016, Tony was earning speaking fees at mining conventions across North America, commanding up to $20,000 per appearance. The family launched a merchandise line featuring Tony's most memorable quotes, which surprisingly became a 6-figure revenue stream. They even received offers for a spin-off show focusing solely on the Beets family, which they declined to avoid additional pressure on their mining operation. Perhaps most significantly, the show documented the family's evolution from a single-generation mining operation to a true dynasty. Cameras captured Kevin learning to operate the dredges, Monica developing new water management systems, and Mike mastering the complex logistics of running multiple claims simultaneously. These moments, while dramatically presented for television, reflected the real challenges of preparing the next generation to take over a multi-million-dollar mining empire. But behind the carefully edited episodes and dramatic music, each of Tony's children was walking a different path in the family business. While the show presented a unified front, the reality of three distinct personalities trying to carve out their own legacies within their father's empire proved far more complex. What unique challenges and opportunities do we think await each of the next generation of Beets? 3 children, 3 destinies. The Beets. Children grew up in an environment where dinner table conversations revolved around excavator maintenance and gold prices. Each developed a distinct approach to the family legacy, shaped by their unique experiences and personalities. Far from the simplistic portrayals on television, their individual journeys revealed the complexities of sustaining a mining dynasty. Kevin, the eldest, embraced the frontline aspects of mining from an early age. Beginning with basic maintenance tasks at 13, he worked his way up to operating increasingly complex machinery. In 2017, he demonstrated his technical prowess by completely rebuilding the engine of Dredge No. 4 during a critical mid-season breakdown, saving the operation an estimated $250,000 in professional repair costs. Monica, often called the boss lady by crew members, carved out a distinctly different role. While equally comfortable operating heavy machinery, she focused on modernizing the operation's business practices. In 2020, she implemented a comprehensive digital tracking system for all equipment maintenance and fuel consumption, reducing their operational costs by 20% in the first year alone. Her most significant contribution came in 2021 when she secured the operation's first ever environmental certification, opening access to previously restricted mining areas. This achievement required months of careful documentation and the implementation of new water recycling systems, innovations that other Klondike operators have since adopted. Mike, the youngest, emerged as the operations logistics specialist. While less frequently featured on television, his behind-the-scenes work proved crucial to the operation's expansion. He developed the company's first comprehensive supply chain management system, ensuring critical parts and fuel reached remote claims even during the harsh Yukon winters. In 2022, his reorganization of their equipment deployment strategy increased their active mining time by 45 days per season. Each sibling also developed their own crew management style. Kevin maintained his father's direct, no-nonsense approach, but added modern safety protocols that reduced workplace incidents by 60%. Monica introduced performance incentives that significantly improved crew retention, while Mike's systematic training program helped new operators reach proficiency 3 times faster than before. The siblings' different approaches occasionally created tension. During the 2023 season, Kevin's preference for aggressive mining clashed with Monica's environmental concerns over a sensitive creek bed area. The dispute resulted in a 2-week operation shutdown until Mike brokered a compromise, implementing new erosion control measures while maintaining production targets. Their individual strengths became particularly evident during a crisis in 2024, when multiple equipment failures coincided with historically high gold prices. Kevin's mechanical expertise, Monica's business acumen, and Mike's logistical skills combined to not only overcome the challenges, but achieve record production levels. Yet as the Beets empire grew more complex, questions about its future leadership became increasingly pressing. While Tony remained the ultimate authority, his gradual step back from day-to-day operations sparked intense speculation about succession plans. With such different approaches to mining among his children, how would the king of the Klondike ensure his legacy survived the transition to the next generation? Tomorrow belongs to the Beets. As the Beets mining empire enters a new era, the realities of succession planning have become increasingly complex. Recent developments suggest that Tony's approach to preserving his legacy extends far beyond the sensational rumors about Kevin's inheritance. In fact, operational changes implemented throughout 2024 reveal a carefully crafted transition strategy that leverages each child's proven strengths. The family has established a new corporate structure, dividing their extensive holdings into specialized operational units. Engineering reports from early 2024 show investment in 3 distinct expansion projects, each aligned with a different sibling's expertise. The Paradise Hill extension, requiring complex dredge operations, falls under Kevin's purview. Monica oversees the new Indian River Reclamation Project, combining mining efficiency with environmental stewardship. Mike's logistics expertise drives the newly acquired Eureka Creek development. Tony's succession planning appears more sophisticated than initial speculation suggested. Documents filed with the Yukon Territory Mining Recorder's Office in late 2024 reveal the creation of 3 separate but interconnected corporate entities, each specialized in different aspects of modern mining operations. This structure suggests Tony's intent to preserve the empire by ensuring each child can operate independently while maintaining strong familial business ties. The Beets operation has also invested heavily in future sustainability. Recent equipment purchases include state-of-the-art gold recovery systems and environmental monitoring technology worth over $8 million. These investments indicate long-term planning beyond any single generation's leadership. What's particularly noteworthy is the family's approach to claim acquisition. Rather than consolidating all holdings under a single entity, recent purchases have been strategically divided among the 3 operational units, ensuring each branch of the family business has room for independent growth while maintaining interconnected support systems. Looking ahead, the Beets empire appears positioned for continued growth. Environmental impact studies filed in late 2024 show plans for expanding into previously unexplored territories, with each sibling's operational unit taking lead roles in different aspects of the expansion. Tony's legacy, it seems, isn't just about gold. It's about creating a sustainable family enterprise that can thrive for generations. While rumors about inheritance and family drama may capture headlines, the documented evidence points to a carefully orchestrated transition that builds on each child's strengths while maintaining the unity that made the Beets operation legendary. The future of the Beets mining empire rests not on sensational speculation, but on the solid foundation Tony has built. 3 capable leaders, each contributing their unique talents to a shared vision. As monitoring records from their latest mining season show, production levels across all claims have reached historic highs, suggesting that tomorrow truly does belong to the Beets. All of them. Through careful planning, strategic division of responsibilities, and a deep understanding of each child's capabilities, Tony Beets has created something far more valuable than a simple inheritance. He's built a sustainable family legacy that combines the best of old-school mining wisdom with modern business acumen. The Klondike's most famous mining family isn't just surviving the transition to the next generation. They're redefining what a family mining empire can be. From Dutch farmlands to Klondike riches, through dredge revivals and reality TV fame, the Beets family story proves that true wealth lies in more than just gold. While rumors about Kevin's inheritance may have sparked our curiosity, the reality reveals a far richer tale of family, innovation, and strategic planning. What do you think about Tony's approach to dividing his empire? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on more stories that no one else is covering. Catch you in the next video.